Cheers to Monday, retail trading team. I'm Mastro, and this is your routine briefing. So we're going to jump right into it and devise a plan for today, starting by looking at what has occurred since Friday and relative to that close on Friday. Remember, on Mondays, one of the more important metrics that I like to look at. Cheers to Monday, retail trading team. I'm Mastro. The first metric is making sure that my sound is not playing in the background. So we're going to jump right in. The second is kind of looking at where price is relative to that close on Friday. And so as we devise a plan for today, let's start by looking at that. And you can see, so the overnight session, we had we tested a little bit above where we closed Friday. So let me zoom in here just a little bit. Maybe. Okay. So we closed right at about that 68 area on Friday, and we opened up last night. We did a bit of a leap above. I think we got like 68.75, somewhere thereabouts, and then we immediately sold off. So the sentiment pivot really for today, I don't have a line there because it's not anything but a really sentiment pivot, but watch where we closed relative to Friday, and if you just kind of follow that up, it's going to coincide right with this trend line here. So this is going to be super important, kind of how we resolve this triangle here. There's plenty of details around exactly what I'm looking for and stuff in that newsletter. So retailtrading.com, you can find that newsletter along with all my other resources and fun things in the description of this video. So that's what we got going on there. So really we're just kind of resolving this triangle, and I think that's the most important element of everything going into today's tape. So we don't really need to spend too long looking at the TPO here. Let me get the trading mode off real quick. We can just kind of get a look here. I don't think we need to look at what's going on, and as we balance around here, it's very clear we continue to balance kind of in this broad 45-40-ish to about the high at 45.80. So this broad balancing range of about 40 points. Like I said, I really think that we can keep our eyes on this triangle on the candlestick chart more than TPO today, as I think that pattern is going to be key to kind of deciding what happens the rest of the week. So seasonality has really been on point this year so far, on point if you're a bull especially. So what happened last year around the same time, if you want to consider these analogs, is we did have that pullback this week. So we've had 17 out of 19 days, SPY has closed higher than the previous day. So again, without doubt, we are in what I would consider comedy land as it pertains to consecutive days with bullish victories. So definitely be watching that. Really all depends on how we resolve relative to this pattern. And for me, I will be looking for that breakdown trade. I am not looking for that breakout trade, so I still retain that short bias. And as you might say, well, I thought we're supposed to trade without biases, and I would say yes normally, but we are in an outlier. We have an outlier level of green days kind of stacked here, and so I'm just going to keep playing the short side personally. So obviously not trading advice, do as you will with that, but again, if you just look at that newsletter, you can see my key levels, and you can also see those in my warm-up document as I update it throughout the day here. So besides that, higher probability of chop or trend today. Like I said, we do have this triangle kind of resolving. These do tend to fill out, so I'd say chop until we get on one side or the other. Always looking for those fake outs. Remember, the first move of any move is usually kind of a liquidity grab there, so we'll be watching for that. So just looking at the calendar, we do have some news at 10 a.m. New home sales at 10 a.m. here, so we'll be looking for that to act as a catalyst. However, it is only an orange event, which orange event means it's mildly, moderately market impacting. Red event being those major events. So we'll see if that does anything, but just kind of keeping an eye on that at 10 a.m. Besides that, like I said, I will keep that warm-up document updated, and we'll be watching for that volatility to perhaps continue its uptick here. So, as I was looking at it now, I don't have my volatility right in front of me, but it was up about 1%. So volatility is trying to stick its head up here, and so we'll see if it can maintain a little bit of strength. So stay tuned on Twitter for any breaking updates. And I just want to, sorry, I was looking at something here. One more note I have to say, because I'm always talking about the short side, or not always, but the past several days I've been talking about that short side. It's important to remember the line of least resistance is definitely still up. So if we just take this chart and we just look, condense it, look like that, very, very clear who is winning the battle right now. So Any shorts are counter trend, but again, I'm just kind of looking at how many days that we've had that are green relative to red, and I think we are a little overextended. So I like my odds there. I like the risk reward, but again, keep in mind line of least resistance remains up, and we need to see some increase in volume with the increase in volatility as price goes down for that to change, taking out some of these support levels. So that's all I got for you. If you find any of this information useful, if you're liking this new structure, please give video a like or respond in the comments. Let me know there, or you can always respond to the newsletter or my favorite on Twitter, where you can find me at Routine Trader. So I thank you for your attention. Hope you have an excellent rest of your trading day and stay classy until tomorrow.